course, special mention of our partner, AFTA Incorporated, the resource speakers, and above all, our online communication for bringing us from yes, and of course, special mention of our partner, AFTA Incorporated, the resource speakers, and above all, our online communication for bringing us from yes, and of course, special mention of our partner, AFTA Incorporated, the resource speakers,
is our Vice President for Operations
for bringing us from yes, and of course, special mention of our partner, AFTA Incorporated, the resource speakers,
is our Vice President for Operations
for bringing us from yes.
So, he's one of the prize of the Philippines, being one of the youngest migrant Filipino overseas workers who serve as a school administrator, and in fact, he is the assistant principal for Bronx International High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride of Cebu, Dr. Maulao.
University officials present here today, to my fellow AFTA officers, to our dear just looking at institutional and professional credentials. It's applicants of college, career years, as made before, but subject just looking at institutional and professional credentials. This is evidence in its numerous applicants of college, career years, as made before, is great, but subject just looking at higher professional credentials. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional credentials. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional credentials. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes. This is evidence in its numerous applicants church and career years. Ability to land watch is great, but subject just looking at higher professional outcomes.
So welcome po. Welcome to everybody here. So we have a do now. We're just waiting for the others to transfer from the previous room. So welcome po. Welcome to everybody here. So we have a do now. We're just waiting for the others to transfer from the previous. All right. Welcome everybody. How are you doing? So while waiting, you could rename yourselves. It would be much better if you could. I'm hearing a feedback. Hold on. All right. So while we're waiting for the others, feel free in the chat room, write down your names already there, right? Write in the chat. Saan po kayo nanggaling? Ano pong posisyon nyo? At anong subject po ang tinuturuan ninyo? You can write it in the chat so I have an idea. So good morning po. Thank you for greeting. I see the people greeting me good morning. Yes, dito po in New York, it is evening na po. And thank you, Cherise. Cherise is from Calamba City. Wow. In Rizal Memorial School. Good morning, Lapu-Lapu City. Yes, thank you. Cynthia from Kawit, Cavite. I see you guys. Salamat po. So we're just waiting for the others. Hopefully they can transfer easily from the other room. Hello, Carol. Kamusta? I'm here with you. Hello, Joanne from Bicol region. From Nancy from, naku, ang bilis ng mga message nyo. Thank you very much. That means you're very active and that's very important. That's one sign that your participants are really on task. Okay? So, you know, usually that happens po, di ba? While we're in a Zoom room waiting for the other students, it would be nice to engage with them. If you're facilitating an online meeting, of course, it takes time for people to come to your meeting, online meeting. So make use of the chat. This is a good connection. I'll talk about connection later on. So Alvin from Lapu-Lapu, Derofi from Tacloban. Welcome po. Honey Beth, math teacher. Yes, I'm also a math teacher. Maribel, welcome. So once you reach 50, we can begin. Okay? Maganda mas konti tayo, pwede na po tayong magsimula. Welcome everybody. And you know, I will really appreciate if your videos are on. I'll tell you there's a reason why. Yes, I'm sharing the video, Igor. I'm sharing it now in my Rampage YouTube. Okay, so yes, I have a YouTube page. You can see it in the screen share, youtube.com/c-rampage math. And you know, you don't need to write down notes. Pwede niyong panoorin ulit. You know, you want to share it with your friends and colleagues. Nandyan pa rin po siya. Okay, you can subscribe in the YouTube page. And you know what? I have a YouTube page. It's called Rampage Math. I have professional development content. If you're a middle school math teacher, I have stuff related to that. And then I also have Filipino-American culture videos. Okay? Paano ba ang buhay sa Amerika ng isang teacher, ng isang Pilipino? Yan po ang mga videos natin dyan. All right. Good morning. Maayong buntag. Maupay nga aga to everybody. So I have Igor and Chris here in my room today. Thank you very much. So I guess we're ready to begin. Okay. So, yes, how are you doing? How are you doing, everybody? Let me start with the Zoom poll. Okay, let's start with the Zoom poll. Can you answer the question in the Zoom? Kamusta na po tayo? Okay, how do you feel today? Just click on your answer and we will see the results. How are you feeling today? Napilitan ba kayong umattend sa meeting na ito? I am reactive. Nako, I don't want to be here. Kontra lang ako mamaya. It's complex, it's complicated, you know. Naglalaba ako, kailangan yung anak ko nandito, there's anxiety, may problema, may sakit si anak, si nanay. Do I feel poised? Okay lang ako? Am I restless? Okay, write down how do you feel today? Thank you. And for answering the poll, 53% have answered the poll. I hope you could see it in your device. Nakikita po natin. So yan. Kamusta ang mga participants ngayon? You're answering the poll. Yeah, my video is off. Here's my video now. There you go. Ayan po. Kanina pa ba lang nakasara? Okay, palpak. Nako, facilitation. That's number one, you know. You check the technicalities, everything. Hindi, sinadya ko talaga yun para malaman nyo ano yung mga palpak. O, tanyo? Tingnan nyo. Okay, so let me end the polling. Have you answered the poll? How do you feel? 80% lang sumagot. May hindi pa po sumasagot. Siguro restless pa, nakahiga pa si ma'am at si sir, di ba? Nagkakapi-kapi pa. I know what's happening behind those hidden videos. I know, ginagawa ko rin yan, di ba? Naka-attend na kayo ng meeting dati na nakahilata sa sala, di ba? It's okay, I'll respect that. Okay, so let me end the poll. Let's see our results. Kamusta ang ating mga classmates today? All right, we're almost 100%. Let me end the poll now. Let me share the results. Ooh, I'm happy because you're happy. Thank you very much. At least, hindi ako nagtuturo sa may mga dala-dala. Okay? And a lot of you are peaceful, simple, may isang complex, responsive. That's nice. So thank you very much. So this is me. You can see me now in the video. Let me just screen share my PowerPoint. Okay. And again, if you, everything is in my YouTube page. This is recorded. I did. Yeah, I did record it in the YouTube page. Let me record it also in the Zoom. All right. So let me share now my PowerPoint. So thank you for following our instructions here. And let's move on. Alam ko kanina mahaba yung mga introductions natin, di ba? Ganyan kasi ang mga teachers, bago magsimula ang session, maraming mga may mga talks at kung ano pa. So the art of facilitation, that's my topic. We have theories. We'll be talking about theories. Don't worry, I'll try to make it interesting and I will make it like very practical. Okay, there will be some theories pero gagawin nating madaling maintindihan. And then practice at the end. We will practice, meron tayong practicum. Para saan pa yung art of facilitation if you haven't experienced it? Last 30 minutes, or last hour, we're gonna do that. Okay? Right. Let's now move on. Okay, so that we will have an organized presentation. Actually, maraming time na nakuha na sa una, no? Because of the long introduction. We will do the nature of meeting and facilitation. We'll do 5 basic tips on in-person meeting, virtual meeting reminders, screw up, ano yung mga palpak sa mga facilitation. We'll do some team building and Zoom breaks, and then practicum on facilitating. At the end, we'll do some Q&A. Okay? All right. So now for those with a cell phone, with you, kasi 40 lang matatanggap nito, paki-scan po ito. And when you scan it, you'll just put in your name and then write a word that describes the word facilitating. Okay? Try it, please. Scan it. And then it will, yung photo po ng cellphone nyo, imbes na picture, parang kukunan nyo lang ng picture, pero dadaling kayo sa isang website. For those who are not familiar, I know most of you are familiar with QR codes. And then in that website, it's called Poll Everywhere. Write nyo lang yung name nyo. After writing your name, answer the question. What does facilitating a meeting mean to you? What's happening there when you facilitate? All right, pakisagot lang po. Okay. And then, let's look at the results. Let me see kung pumasok na po. All right, isa pa lang ang sumasagot. Okay, maybe it's better if I give you the link, right? Yung mga iba nahihirapan, let me just give you the link. Okay, let me copy the link. And let me put it in the chat para mas madali sa iba. Yes, correct. Laging may backup po dapat ang mga teachers sa ganyan. Lalo na sa technology, di ba po ba? We cannot assume that most of the teachers are at ease in using technology. Okay. So some of you have answered already. Ano ba yung facilitating? What does it mean? Now, you know, probably you've used Poll Everywhere. Kahawig siya ng Mentimeter, pero it's good lang for 40. Kaya if you buy you do the subscription, then you will have to have more than 40 participants. So this is just the free version. Okay, let me see now the results. Let's look at the results of our word cloud. Okay. Okay. So some of you wrote directing. Oh, when you facilitate, you direct. Guiding. I like that. You know, the bigger the word here, it means mas maraming sumagot yan. Answer, somebody nagmamanage, directing, response, answer, meeting. Yes, meeting. Assisting, managing, ease, management, ease. That's very important. You know, you should be at ease in doing it. Assisting, handling, ayan. So that's the meaning of facilitating. So alam nyo na pala eh, hindi nyo na ako kailangan. So end na po ng ating seminar yan. Hindi po. All right, so that's a nice word cloud, right? So thank you. Yung iba sumasagot pa. The bigger the word, that means more people are writing the same word. So answer, assistance, aiding. I see a lot of words. And totoo po, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung ibang words dyan. Pag-uusapan natin. Okay? So I guess we're good with that. Okay? Yes. Let me end that poll. Yung iba sumasagot pa, no? Okay. Stop share with that. Okay. Kamusta na po? So, gine-gauge pa lang po natin. Ano pa yung pagkaalam natin sa word na facilitating. Let's now move on to the PowerPoint. Okay. Right. So, there. We did that already. So, we'll talk about the nature of meetings and facilitation, which hopefully we could do that within 5 minutes, and then effective group meetings. Okay, now let me give you some stats over here. Oh, by the way, Chris and Igor is with me today. Maya-maya, bigla na lang may mga tanong sila. Pag nagtanong sila sa chat, we have prizes for you guys. We have GCash or Pasaload na ipadadala namin sa inyo. Kaya, you know, just pay attention, especially with those main points. You know, some details, some main points. So, number 1, 88%. Okay? Now, most of the meetings that's happening is always 88% information. Nagbibigay lang ng information. Nagpa-meeting si principal, para saan yon? Sinasabi niya lang lahat ng gusto niya. Tapos, 88%. And what else? 31 to 60 minutes. That's the average meeting time that happens. So, maganda na yung 60. Pag humaba na ng 60, nako, mahirap na mag-manage yan. What's 50%? Okay, 50% of meetings means 50% of the time is wasted. Okay, ang daming nangyayari sa isang meeting na hindi naman kailangan, di ba? What else? 63%. Now, if you're meeting with a planned agenda, up to 63% ang mangyayari. Okay? And then, if you reduce the meeting times, pag nag-meeting ka with an agenda, the time, you can finish everything in 80% of your time. Not 100%. If you allotted it for 100 minutes, in 80 minutes, you're done. Ano pa? 9 out of 10 ay nagde-daydream sa isang meeting. Ngayon po, habang nagsasalita ako, nananaginip na si sir at si ma'am. Habang nagsasalita ako, bored na sila. Okay. All right. Those are fun facts. And then, how can it be an effective though? So, number 1, kailangan ma-achieve ang goal. Number 1, okay? The group's goal should be achieved. Definitely. That's the mission. Pag nangyari yan, mission accomplished tayo. Number 2, they take up minimum amount of time. You know, the best meeting is, wow, natapos na natin, di ba? Matutuwa ka at the end of the time. Sabihin mo, yes, natapos natin ang maaga. Hindi ka magsasabi, yes, natapos din. Natapos na rin si ma'am, kasasalita. Okay? And number 3, they leave participants with a feeling of a sensible process that happened. Ay, salamat, may resultang nangyari. Nagpapasalamat sila kasi may na-accomplish. Hindi sila nagpapasalamat at natapos na ang sermon ni sir at ni ma'am. Okay, that's very important. Now, the meeting facilitator. All of this will happen if your meeting facilitator is really prepared with everything. Okay, let's have a definition. Beyond the definition, number 1, facilitation. This is related to your word cloud na. Connect natin kung yung mga sinabi nyo tumugma naman dito. So number 1, so may process na nangyayari. It's not just merely information dissemination. Something's happening within the group. Number 2, pakimute na lang po yung iba dahil naririnig ko ang lecture ng ibang grupo. All right, so facilitation helps groups and organizations identify and resolve difficult issues. That's the important thing. Problems are solved. Yung mga hindi pagkakaunawaan, nabibigyan ng solusyon. And number 3, it provides unique solutions to unique needs. Siyempre, parang special ed, it's differentiated, right? Depende sa need ng group ng teachers, depende sa need ng group ng supervisors, they could be addressed easily according to their needs, of course. And number 1, in a meeting, okay, there's the element of trying various ways. Maganda yung you're using various ways, and no way is bad unless you try it first. Okay? Minsan papalpak po tayo, but we have to give it a try. Now, a good facilitator. Now, let's relate this again to your empathetic. May buhay, di ba? Pag sinabi niya, o tingnan mo tong facilitator na tong nasa picture na to, nasa taas pa ng table. Talagang with passion. Talagang hindi lang salita, pati yung kamay niya nagsasalita, alright? Everything. Ano pa? Results-oriented. Siyempre, kung walang resulta, para saan pa yan? You master the process. Firm dapat. Pag itong napagkaisahan ng group, itong gagawin natin. Can you remember like in a meeting, after a meeting, napagkaisa ng group, okay, itong gagawin natin, plan A. Bigla na lang, pag nasa labas na, may nagsasalita, alam mo, parang hindi maganda yung plan A, mag-plan B kaya tayo. Eh hindi, yan ang napag-usapan ng grupo, yan ang gagawin natin. And some leaders, some facilitators, ay oo nga, it's too late. All right? Flexible on tactics. Okay, so while you're doing your meeting, you realize, oh, this is not effective. Magulo, walang magandang nangyayari. Oh, you have to be flexible. Okay? Energetic, similar to empathetic, tapos listens actively. You listen to I know, teachers, during a meeting, some of them, maalala nyo yung mga, pag may meeting kayo, di ba, naalala nyo yung mga teachers na laging sila nagsasalita. Okay. Yes, papakinggan mo rin yun. But be sure you also listen to the others who seldom talks. Okay, good in non-verbals. That's why, I'm facilitating this session in Zoom. I want to see you sana. Maganda sana kung naka-on ang video niyo because your non-verbals will say something to me. Nakikita ko tumutungo kayo, oh my God, naiintindihan nila. But if I don't see anything, alam nyo na yan, di ba? Parang hindi nakakagana. And you would see, pag nakita ko, inaantok na yung isa, ay titigilin ko na. Di ba? Alright. And if I see smiles, eyes na nakabukas, oh wow, nakikinig talaga. Mas gagana gawin po tayo. Di ba? And it involves everyone. Okay. And let's skip that. Now, facilitation modes. Now, in a meeting, for example, sabi ni supervisor, Miss Cruz, can you facilitate this meeting? Okay. And then, meeting is not just telling. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, puro telling, no. Sometimes you are proposing. Okay. Let's see the difference between them. Telling, yan, madalas na meeting. It's simply transmission of information. Yan. Nag-meeting si assistant principal, ito ang mga gagawin natin. Tapos. And then, proposing. A meeting could also be proposing or you're selling an idea. Magpro-propose tayo ng magandang plano. Okay, let's propose something for graduation. Okay, nag-meeting ang mga 7th grade teachers or ang 12th grade teachers. What would they propose? Ano pa? Ang meeting could also be moderating. Means you encourage productive conversation. Gusto mong napapakinggan yung kada grupo sa iyong institution. You moderate that. What's happening there? Ano pa? A meeting could be stimulating. You want to stimulate or encourage richly creative environments. Gusto makuha yung mga ideas na hindi lumalabas sa utak ng iba. You have to stimulate them. Yung mga hindi nag-share before, yung mga teachers na nakatago lang sa kanilang classroom, gusto mong maging active sila. That happens in a meeting. And empowering. Empowering is one of the highest, modes of teaching. Yan yung magra-run on itself. You will meet a group of people, but your aim is self-regulated kayo. Pag after this meeting, alam na ng grupong 1, alam ni group 2, group 3, group 4, alam na nila yung gagawin nila. And they could manage themselves, right? You're empowering the people in your group. Okay? So yan po. Those are the different modes. Now, what is your comfort zone, facilitating, and why? So this is what I said a while ago. I'm just repeating it. Telling, proposing, moderating, stimulating, empowering. I have a question to you. Suppose your supervisor said, Miss Diaz, can you facilitate this meeting on stimulating the teachers about their ideas so that we can get new ideas from them? Oh my goodness. Paano ko gagawin yung stimulating in a meeting? Okay? Ngayon, magpo-poll tayo ulit. Meron tayong poll. Ano sa mga iyon ang you're good at? Pag sinabi nating warm, oy, magaling ako pag telling. Yan, pwede ako mag-facilitate, mag-volunteer ako. Okay, ang cool naman yung, ay nako, kailangan improve ko yan. Hindi ako makamotivate. Kailangan yan, stimulating yan ang kailangan ko. Okay, warm you're good at, cool is what you need to improve on. Suppose, sinabihan ka ng boss mo, ng supervisor mo, lead this meeting. Okay, I will give you a poll. Ready? I have my second poll. Stop share. Where is my second poll? Here. Okay. Now, sagot na po natin. In your Zoom, pakisagot. Which mode of facilitation are you best at? Pag sinabi ni boss, may meeting dito, you'll volunteer for this. Tapos, if after answering number 1, number 2 is what do you think you need to improve on? I have no idea on moderating. Di ko kaya i-handle yung mga co-teachers ko. Lagi nag-aaway. Maybe I need to improve on that. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Number 1, what you're good at. Number 2 is what you're gonna work on to improve yourself. Okay? Only 50% have voted. We're waiting for the others. Then I'll show you the results. Okay? Tignan natin ang group natin. Once we reach 80%, okay na po to. Huwag yung pag-isipan masyado, okay lang. This is not graded po. All right, so let me end it now. We've reached 80% who voted. Okay, so let me share the results. So I guess for our group, oh, I like this. We're good in moderating because I know some of you already have positions and you're used to, facilitating meetings within your staff. Tama po yan. And equal rin. Ang galing, equal po tayo. Halos magkakalapit lang. But areas of improvement, yes, empowering is what we need. Because alam niyo naman, some of our teachers, our colleagues, they have the talent, but they're too shy. Mahihain yung mga Pilipino. Ayaw i-share ang kanilang mga strengths. Stimulating, okay. All right, thank you. So, at least we have an idea about those modes of facilitation. Okay. Am I still screen sharing? You can still see my PowerPoint, right? Nakikita niyo po ba? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Tuloy natin. Yeah. So, tips naman tayo. We'll focus on 5 basic tips. Okay, let's start yung being prepared. Okay? So, some of the slides here, I will skip kasi medyo nabanggit ko na. Okay, ang meeting problems is this. Pag wala kang objectives, right? And number 2, the group size. Gaano kalaki yung group natin? So that is an important factor when we set up our meetings. Okay? Next is, kasi if it's too big, you know, if your group size is too big, will you fully discuss what you need to discuss? The agenda size and complexity, okay? Will you squeeze all the agenda in just 30 minutes? Okay? Kunyari, ang assignment na binigay sa'yo, let's evaluate the school year. 30 minutes lang ba? No, it should fit your agenda. And then lack of key factors. This happened in a meeting, right? For example, usapan ng mga teachers and we need data about the grades. Ebe, dumating yung mga teachers, hindi dala-dala ang grades. Ay nako, nakalimutan ko sa classroom ko. Ako ibabalik muna. O maglalabasan muna lahat. At hihintayin mo na naman. Okay, so hindi handa. Okay? And then you want to know the view of the counselor, the guidance counselor. E nung nagmi-meeting kayo, lahat nagsasalita, ang may alam ay ang guidance counselor. Nasa na siya? Eh, ba't hindi nyo in-invite sa meeting? Diba? That's the problem. The key actors should be there. Kunyari, nagpa-plan kayo for graduation. Itong gagawin natin. Gagawa tayo ng stage. Gagawa tayo ng dekorasyon na ganito. Eh, yung custodian, yung maintenance, hindi mo in-invite. Puro plan tayo, pero yung key actors are not there. That's very important. And of course, this one, disruptive behavior, right? You've encountered that. Sino yung mga nanggugulo pag nagmi-meeting po tayo? How will we manage those? Those are the problems. Okay? Let's have a quick video here. Tingnan natin, ha? Paano nangyayari kung pumunta ka sa meeting na unprepared? Baba pa siya. So see, because of you're unprepared, you don't even know, you know, to handle the topic, then it's gonna be reactive, right? The people would know. The people would know, and then the objectives eventually will not be met. Okay? So again, let me just summarize here. Again, gathering good intelligence. You go there prepared, you have your notes, you have your data to support you. If you're talking about grades, you have a summary of grades. If you're talking about attendance of the middle of the junior high school, so may attendance na tayong nakuha, you know, andyan ang data natin. Number 2 is you anticipate the possible challenges in the meeting. Medyo alam mo na ang magiging problema sa meeting. Alam mong magkakaroon ng conflict between teacher A and teacher B. You should have resolved that outside the meeting. Alam mong magkla-clash tong dalawang teacher na to sa meeting na ito, sa labas pa lang dapat inorient mo na. Pinagbati mo na yung dalawang teachers na yan. And then, so there is informal pre-mediation. Okay, next. So pre-work. Okay, that was mentioned earlier. You prepare what you need to prepare, prepping the team. Okay, kunyari in your meeting, if it's a big meeting, so may mga may mga leaders ka na. You have your group leaders. If you're using online, may mga breakout rooms, naka-assign na kung sinong magko-co-host sa breakout rooms, ready na yung team. Kung may recorder, may secretary, may magre-record na ng minutes, okay? Kung may timekeeper, na-i-assign mo na yan. Actually, you know what? Before we started, after this professional development, last night po, nag-dry run po kami, simula-simula hanggang sa dulo. Sige, play yung video. But still, may mga glitches pa rin, di ba? Much more if you didn't practice, right? And logistics, maganda yan. When you go to a meeting, handa na ba lahat? What's the desk setup? Ano ba? Classroom style? Or conference style? O nakabilog ang mga upuan? You know, those are very important, right? And then yung microphone, yung speakers, ready na ba? Will we have snacks for them? Kung mag-group sila, may mga group work yan, may mga poster paper na ba tayo, mga kartolina, mga markers na kailangan nila, nahanda na ba yan? You know, some organized supervisors, when you attend the meeting, they will give you a packet already, right? Some of you are doing that already. You have a packet, they have the agenda there, all the data that they need is already there. Walang palusot, ano? And of course, creating expectation, this is related to your agenda. So let's focus on the agenda and objectives. So the meeting's objective, siyempre, itong mahalaga, that's what you want to accomplish. Gusto mo ba may decision at the end? Do you want decisions at the end? Do you want them to have an agreement? Okay, let's give an example here. Kunyari, decision. Anong decision ang pwedeng gawin? Anong uniform ba susuot ng mga teachers pag Friday? Magka-casual ba tayo or civilian? Those are meeting about decisions. For example, you want an agreement. Ano ba ang passing grade natin? Will we make it 75 or 80 or 85? You know, everybody should speak about that and you will back it up with data. You might want to generate ideas. Ano ba? What can we do so that we can improve the use of modules for next year? Oh, so before going to that meeting, handa ka. Ano yung mga positive things about modules? You've listed down all the negative things about modules, right? Then you will generate ideas from that. Are you getting a status report? Status ng who are the kids na who are in danger of failing at posibleng bumagsak? Okay? You come prepared pa rin and that's your objective. Kailangan ma-accomplish natin to at the end of the meeting. Are you communicating something? Yan ang madali, no? You're just telling them, itong gagawin natin, itong gagawin ng faculty, itong gagawin ng non-teaching staff. Are you raising awareness? This meeting is about LGBT issues. Ano ba nga issues natin about LGBTQ here in our school? Ano ang gagawin natin sa bullying? See? That's awareness, a meeting about that. And what else? Are you trying to influence people? For example, the supervisor want to influence the principals to start a garden in their school. So you want to influence them. You want to persuade them. Okay, those are the objectives of the meeting. Big objective. Yan yung target na gusto mong matupad. Parang lesson planning, di ba? Yung ilalagay natin sa lesson plan natin at the end of the day, the student should be able to write your objective. Same rin sa ating mga meeting. At the end of this meeting, kailangan nasagot na natin yon, yung mga binanggit ko kanina. So, to prepare the agenda, of course, number one, you should have priorities. Ito, priorities. Di ba, email sa atin yung agenda. How do you arrange it? From the easiest ba to the hardest? Okay? Or the hardest one to the easiest? Titignan nyo yon. Ano pa? The results. What about results? Okay, you have to accomplish things with a timetable and who's responsible. Hindi pwedeng after meeting, nagkalimutan na. Hindi, si Mrs. Santos ang magpre-prepare ng snacks. Nakalista yan. Wala kang palusot, Miss Santos. Sa'yo yan, naka-assign at meron kang timetable. Kailangan at this time, masubmit mo na. Nakasulat yan sa minutes. And then participants, right? Participants, sino ba ang dapat umattend? Okay? Baka ini-invite yung mga teachers na hindi naman related, hindi kailangan sa meeting na yan. Like I said a while ago, the key actors should be there. And sequence, like I said, you know, the agenda, yung sequence. Kunyari, may invited speakers ka, o inuna na natin yung mga invited speakers. Magto-talk in 3 minutes, in 2 minutes. After nung mga guests na yon, sige po, tsugi na kayo. We don't need you na. Kasi after that, yung pang-internal matters na. Right? So, ang sequence is very important. Okay, what else? The timing, ayan. Anong time nagpapamiting ang ating supervisor? Will it be after lunch? Oh my goodness, if it's after lunch, you know what to expect. Abay, antok ang mga yan, busog-busog pa, di ba? Will it be after school? Gagawin mo ba to before a holiday break? Okay, ang timing is very important. You know what? The good thing dito sa Amerika, I hope you're doing it na rin sa Pilipinas. May mga meeting kami which is part of the schedule. We don't have to do it outside school time. Di ba? Ganun sa atin, naalala ko nung nandun pa ako. Lagi after school. 30 minutes lang dapat, naging 1 hour na. Eh dito po, naka-schedule lang. Every Monday, uuwi ang mga bata 2 hours ahead. At tapos yung 2 hours na yon, which is part of our teaching time, andun na ang lahat ng meeting. Ang galing, ano po? So you could propose that to your supervisors in the future. Okay, date and time. Okay, like I said, kailangan okay ang timing at swak sa schedule ng mga teachers. All right, so participation, shifting modes, whole being, these are the things that we need to care about. Now, meeting norms. Okay, I'm just looking at the time. Kaya pa natin to. We'll just finish the 5 main things suggested. Meeting norms ay ang rules natin, di ba po ba? Parang classroom, we have classroom rules, right? You come to class on time, kailangan nandito ang pencil mo, huwag tatayo kung walang paalam. Same in our meetings, okay? For example, these are just examples. For example, you are responsible for your success. One person speaks at a time. Ayan, hindi yung nagsasalita over the other. think process. Okay, these are just suggestions. Phones and computer off. Yan. Have you attended a meeting na si Mr. Santos, dala-dala niya yung test paper niya, nagche-check habang nagmi-meeting, right? That should be written down in the rules already. Cell phones off, naka-off. We cannot expect our students to follow us if we ourselves are not following the rules. Tama po ba? Okay, ano pa, yung privacy, meron pa kaming rule dito sa yung what stays in Vegas, right? Kung anong napag-usapan sa meeting, atin-atin lang yan. Hindi ichichismis dun sa high school department, hindi ichichismis sa elementary department or something like that. So you could be creative with your rules. Also, if you're doing meetings online, may mga rules din yan, di ba? I won't go through this all. Madali lang, i-google nyo lang. Meeting rules for online, meeting rules, ang dami yung makikuhang materials dyan. And then, ito, for virtual ito, get on time 5 minutes early, use your camera, mute your microphone, use your headset, light your face, not your back. So, basic stuff lang po yan. Makukuha nyo lahat yan online, i-google nyo lang. Now, ito pong SRI, pakisulat lang yan, SRI, School Reform Initiative. This is like a website that will help you facilitators to think of a process. Okay? For example, gagawa tayo ng ground rules. Of course, the rules are better kung nanggaling sa mga teachers nyo o sa mga participants nyo. So how do I make ground rules? Pauso ko lang ba yan? Kung ano yung gusto ko as a facilitator? No, it should come from them. Now, this website will tell you paano natin gagawin yan. Nasaan na yan? Ito, paano natin gagawin yan? Okay, for example, this process will take you 30 minutes. These are called protocols. So, ask each one to write down what each person needs in order to work productively in a group. Okay, magsusulat muna ako. Oh, I could work better kung tahimik. I could work better kung I have the materials. Okay, sinusulat nila yan. Then, each participant names one thing from their written list. Okay, ang dami kong linistang 5. Isa lang ang sasabihin ko, i-share ko yun. And then, the group asks for clarification. What do you mean by that? If the list is very long, so nakalista na lahat yan, then you just change it to 10 ground rules. So may process po ito. This website will tell you what process to use. It's not just for creating norms, not just for creating rules. I'll tell you ano pang makikita nyong mga suggested protocols na pwedeng gamitin in a meeting. For you as a facilitator, hindi mo na iisipin, paano ko gagawin yon? Kung mag-iisip ako ng idea about graduation, hindi ka na, yung process sasabihin na nila. Okay, they will give you a general outline. All right, let's move on. Okay, so let's involve everyone. Number 4. I have a quick video muna kasi puro ako salita. Manood naman tayo ngayon. Okay? Paki-mute na lang po. Ayun.
Hey, I was on this date the
This is a sample meeting.
other night, and we were at this restaurant.
All right, guys, you guys ready to get started?
Hang on a second. And
Trip, you ready to get started, buddy?
Okay. Hey, you guys, we're all here. We should start.
All right, thanks for coming, guys. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about some ideas for the marketing strategy this year. So if you got one, just throw it out there. I'd love to hear 'em.
Yeah, how long is this meeting supposed to last? The schedule wasn't exactly clear.
Should be out of here in 30.
Is that approximate or
Hey guys, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I got caught in traffic.
7 minutes, actually?
What's that?
A couple is 2.
So what we're doing is we're just coming up with some ideas for our new marketing strategy. So, anyone?
I think we should implement Pinterest.
Ooh, that's a fun idea.
What about a publicity event in the park?
Interesting. But how are you going to plan around the weather? What if it rains?
So we'll party in the rain.
Okay, just want to emphasize there's no bad ideas here. We're just brainstorming. So.
Yeah, I'm just really thinking it'll be a huge waste of money to try to plan around the weather.
Yeah, okay, we get your concerns. Nancy, thank you.
Okay, anyone else have an idea? Ephraim?
I've always wanted to see rain fall down all at once in a big splash instead of small drops over time. I mean, think how it could impact the irrigation system.
Okay. Terry?
Well, I have an idea from my previous job that I had last year.
let me take that back a little bit. I have this wonderful idea, but it doesn't really make sense unless I just take it back a second and bring it forward together. It was like 3 weeks ago that I remember he said something that I couldn't understand.
Hold on a
but
second, Terry. Hold on. Thanks for pointing. Here's what we need to do, okay? Lauren, you got this? We do a video submission contest on YouTube.
Oh, that's
okay?
been done.
It'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Pinterest, it'll be on
If
Twitter.
we do something with technology, we lose the senior demographic.
So, you guys want to see an example?
Should we be moving on to the next topic? I mean, it's already quarter after.
Quarter after. That's funny.
Who knows how to put this on the screen? Up there, because you're not going to be able to, I want you to see all the details. We have a cable, does this cable work?
I think that's power.
I don't know if on the there's an
This one.
HDMI
That
port,
cord's not going to be long
in
enough.
the back.
Does that
there
remote
could be
go to
like
the
2 or 3,
TV?
like HDMI 1,
Plenty of time,
HDMI
guys.
2,
No rush.
HDMI
This isn't
3,
working.
I got a
and
green
then they
marker.
coincide
Call the
with
IT
each
guy.
other with,
Wait,
there's
turn
also,
what off and back
what
on?
do you call it? S-video.
Hello?
Okay, I've got it working.
Hit play. Okay, now imagine hundreds of those floating around the web. You actually, do you want to watch it one more time?
No, please.
Trip, I think you're onto something with this idea. I really like it. Carol, did you get that down?
Yep, got it.
Sorry, what is C-test up sub YT pros?
Well, I'm abbreviating to make room for all these great ideas. Contest, uploading it to YouTube, funniest, and you get a prize.
Wait, where are the other ideas?
And time.
Wait, where y'all going? We still have 100% of the things to accomplish.
Hey, I was on this
All right,
date the
that's
other
the
night.
end. So yan po nakita nyo, di ba? Ang gulo-gulo. You want to involve everybody, but it seems here there are a lot of group dynamics happening because probably the agenda wasn't clear, the objectives wasn't clear, and the facilitator really cannot manage the different personalities in a meeting. Of course, in a meeting, it's made up of people. Yes, we want to involve the people, but is this the correct way to involve the people? Okay, so now let's look at this following group dynamics and behavior. So this graph, if I put a dot here, teka, sulatan natin, ha? If I put a dot here, that means kung ikaw yan, you are more of the acceptance and you're away from antagonism. On the x-axis is antagonism, pangongontra, acceptance, yes, I'm gonna do that. Okay? So, kung ikaw ay dito, you're a passive, pero nagiging antagonistic, nagiging opposing or rebellious ka na. Okay, while I'm saying this, I'm sure naiisip nyo na yung mga co-teachers nyo, yung colleagues nyo. Ay, naku, isipin nyo nga, sino sa mga co-teachers yung passive sa meeting? Nandun lang, nakaupo lang. Sino sa mga co-teachers yung grouchy pag sa meeting? Suplada, di ba? Or ganon siya ng ganon. Opposing, sino sa mga co-teachers nyo pag meeting, puro no na lang. Pag may meeting, isipin nyo, sino sa mga teachers yung rebellious? Okay, kokontra at lalabanan ka pa, di ba? Very forceful pa. Muntik pang mag-away dahil dun sa meeting na yan. And sometimes we are here. See, a majority would always be in the hesitating. Oh, parang okay nga, na parang hindi, na okay, gusto kong sundan yan, pero nagdadalawang isip ako, but this one is really torn apart. Torn apart yan yung, ay sana I could agree, pero sana wag din, Sana all sila ngayon. Pero this golden triangle is what you want to convince. Okay? You want to convince these people to be committed. Yan. Kung ano man na pag-usapan ng grupo, yan yung committed. Can you remember some of your teachers na pag may meeting, ganadong-ganado? Yes, we're gonna do that. Yes, full of energy, right? Okay, these are the types of people or behavior, group dynamics that happens in a meeting. So let's do a poll ulit. Ano kaya ako dito, right? Ano kaya ako dito? Sagot tayo. Group dynamics, okay? When attending your regular meeting, isipin niyo yung regular meeting na ina-attendan niyo, yung once a week. Is it a faculty meeting? Is it a supervisor's meeting? Is it a meeting with your department meeting? Okay? Ano ka doon? Come on, be honest. Anonymous naman to. Walang makakaalam. Ano ka dito every time you have your regular meeting? It's okay. Please be honest. It is a reflection of our own behavior. Because you know why? As you reflect on your own behavior, you will understand the others as well. And as a facilitator, you should know that these modes, these different modes of behavior exist. And how will you handle all these people? Right? So only 62% answered. Let's see. I will share the results at a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let me share now. Share results. Share results. Okay, now a Filipino teacher is committed. I agree po tayo dyan. Agree. Even dito po sa Amerika, you know, I've worked with some teachers, some Pinoy, some Asians. Pag napag-usapan sa meeting, abay, dibdiban po talaga yan. Gagawin nila. Pag inassign sa kanila, gagawin nila. Some are in the golden triangle. That's normal, di ba? After a meeting, minsan may bad taste pa na, teka, parang di tama yung napagdesisyonan natin, di ba? Pero eventually, you wanna commit yourself, pero may konting hesitancy lang. Okay? And thank you for being honest. Some are always hesitant, some are torn apart, passive, or opposing. And that's normal, di ba? Kung walang oposisyon, parang yung politics po natin, di ba? Kung wala yung mga dilawan, wala yung mga pulahan, wala yung mga, you know, kumukontra sa gobyerno, paano mag-i-improve, di ba? We need everybody. But for you as a facilitator, you should know how to manage them, how to convince them. Kaya nga mahalaga yung agenda, mahalaga yung objectives natin. Okay? Amen po ba? Amen. Walang sagot. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. When Ayun. Thank you, Joshua. You're the best, Joshua. Okay. Hold on.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Example. So the others stages of ito, since in a meeting po yan, hindi lang yung facilitator ang magde-decide. We all know that. The group should be involved. And by the way, just because you're the principal, just because the supervisor, just because you're the head teacher, it doesn't mean ikaw lagi ang magli-lead ng meeting. Tandaan nyo pa, you can always delegate it to your staff. Hindi kailangan yung head ang namumuno ng meeting. Please delegate it. Yes, natuwa yung si Joshua. Yes daw. Okay, now, so in a meeting, in a school setting, you know, sa aming department nga, sinacycle namin kung sino magpa-facilitator. Naka-schedule na for a whole year. Sa January, ikaw ang magpa-facilitate. Sa February, yung isang teacher. Naka-schedule na throughout the year. Pati sino yung secretary, ang recorder, naka-schedule na yan. Yan ang ginagawa namin sa first meeting of the school year. So, now, for sharing information. So, in a group, sharing of information is easy, right? Kunyari, may report from the district, okay? Magre-report yung kada school. Madali lang na meeting yan. So, everybody is involved because they're just talking and sharing and giving information. Now, minsan, ang meeting natin, prioritization of issues. How would you know the most important thing to do? For example, may nakuha pong pondo ang ating school. And we need to invest on technology. Si principal lang ba magde-decide niyan? No, the principal will talk to the what? The teachers, the staff, probably the parents. What group dynamics will happen? Okay? Tatanungin niya lang ba yung mga barkada niyang teachers? No. He has to get information and there should be a process involved. You need a group of people constructing proposals. Yeah, sometimes, you know, the people up there are just deciding what's good for you, but you know, it would always be good to hear proposals from the people who will implement your project. Okay? So madali for a supervisor or a principal, oh, you teachers, you do this, you do this, you do that. Kasi hindi kayo ang gagawa. Pero kung sila ang gagawa, hear it from them. They might have wonderful ideas that will make your life easier. So, constructing proposals, collective action decisions. At di ba po mas maganda kung ang desisyon ay galing sa grupo? Dahil sila ang kikilos niyan. Sila ang gagawa para matupad lahat ng gusto ninyo. And monitoring and evaluation, again, a group of people will monitor that. How would you monitor things? Let's evaluate yung ating testing preparations for the 4th marking period. Paano natin gagawin yan? Okay, like I said, now in a group, sometimes in a meeting, di ba? Ito ang agenda natin, sinusundan natin. May humihirit na teacher, ay nako, yung ating sweldo, pag-usapan natin. Eh, hindi kasama sa agenda yan. Okay, the strategy is this. Okay, pakisulat po sa post-it, let's put it in a parking lot. Okay, isulat mo yan, ilagay natin sa parking lot. Yan ang ating pag-uusapan next time. See? Hindi mo siya binara, you acknowledge that person, and you show to that person your views, your suggestions are valuable, but we will park it over there. We will consider that once we have time. Okay, and you could proceed to your planned agenda. And like I said, puntahan nyo po yung SRI reform protocols. This will give you the procedures, how to handle people. Okay, gagawa tayo ng desisyon. O may nag-aaway sa grupo, nagko-conflict ang elementary at high school regarding this topic. Paano natin i-resolve yan? Ngayon, sa mga meetings na ito, it will involve everybody. Hindi lang po yung facilitator. So you could talk about adult work, community building, kung may data kayo, paano nyo i-review ang data? Itong data galing sa Department of Education, ito ang data, mga grades ng ating school. Paano natin titignan yan? They will give you ways how to study data. You need to give a feedback about the program that you made, feedback about the modules that we implemented. They will tell you the steps and the number of minutes. Ano yung steps? Mag-group ba tayo? Even the time, they will tell you. You could finish all of this in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, everything about student work. Alam niyo po ba, dito sa aming meeting, we do a lot of student work, which I wasn't used to it nung nasa Pilipinas tayo. Nagmi-meeting kami. Alam niyo, pinag-aaralan namin yung mga test paper ng bata. Minsan yung question number 1, in a math question, a problem-solving number 1 question, dini-decipher po natin yan. Paano sinagot ng mga students, average students? Paano sinagot ng mga below average students? Paano sinagot ng mga special ed students? There's a procedure to do that. So remember that, SRI protocols. This will make your teachers involved. Hindi masasayang ang oras. Tapos this will also give them responsibilities as well. Hindi lang ikaw, facilitator, ang gagawa ng trabaho. Okay? So I hope that's clear. Next, stay on time. Like I will stay on time. We need to finish this. Last na to. The time is clicking. Yes. Now, you as a facilitator, like right now, I'm monitoring time. Ito po ang tinitignan ko. I'm monitoring the time. Yan, di ba? Yan ang tinitignan ko. But I should also see the amplitude, right? So may energy pa ba ang mga teachers na to? Tinitignan ko si Elmer at si Nancy. Nakatutok. Wow, yes. Natuwang-tuwa ako. May energy pa si Nancy at si Elmer kasi naka-on ang video nila. Yung frequency, okay ba? Ang frequency, medyo gising, medyo tulog. Iniiba-iba ko yung mode. Kailangan, effective ba yon? Pag ginawa kong video, medyo na iba yung mode nila. The patterns of participation. Minsan pinag-text ko kayo, write in the chat, minsan sinagot niyo yung poll, okay, I vary the interaction. And I'm also looking, nagawa ko na ba yung agenda ko? Ilang points pa hindi ko natatapos. Naku, para kang pilot, ikaw facilitator. You want to manage all of this, okay? You want to manage all of that. Okay. Let me erase the annotation. Okay, next. Sana tayo. Okay. Next, so timing is important. Ito, bibilisan na lang natin because now, I have a lot of slides pa, pero now I'm adjusting everything. Okay, timing is important. Okay. Hindi mo pwede isiksik lahat in your short time meeting. Now, next steps na. Ito, towards the end na of the meeting. Lagi dapat may action step. Let me give you a practical suggestion. So, yung aming agenda, pinadala yan in email. It's in a Google Doc. I know everybody's used to Google Doc, right? And in that Google Doc, in-email na sa amin, kahit na may agendang pinadala ang aming coordinator, you as a participant, you can give your suggestions. Can we also discuss this? Can we also do this? Nakalimutan natin to. So, give them the freedom to adjust the agenda. Okay, next. And in our meeting, I would flash the agenda, may projector. Naka-flash yung agenda, nakikita nila habang nagmi-meeting kami, andun ang agenda. So ang agenda is 1, 2, 3, 4. On the right side, may mga action steps na kaagad. The recorder, as he's typing it, nakikita nila. So nandun na yung results ng secretary, yung tinatype nila, the transcript of the record of the discussion, and another column, andun na rin yung mga assignment. O ikaw, Mr. Cruz, ikaw ang magdadala ng sound system. O Mrs. Santos, ikaw ang magko-compute ng final grades. Nandun na. So nakikita na nila. Ang next steps, immediately, alam na nila. And we write the deadlines immediately. So in a meeting, yan po ang mahalaga. Dapat may aksyong mangyayari. Now, we were close to the meeting na, maglo-close na. Siyempre, like I said, that's the next steps. You as a facilitator, let's review. Ito na po ang napag-usapan natin. Okay? And itong notes na nasa Google Doc, ipadadala namin sa inyo yan. Makukuha nyo sa email ninyo. You celebrate success. Salamat, Mr. Elmer and Mrs. Nancy, sa inyong contribution. You know, this meeting was successful because you turn on your videos and I can see your wonderful smiles. So we celebrate you. Yan, sineselebrate natin. Acknowledgement. Thank you sa ating merienda na prepare sa cafeteria. I thank the custodian, yung ating maintenance staff, umattend ng meeting na ito, and closure. You close the meeting with something nice. Sometimes tinatanong nyo, ano ang takeaway nyo sa meeting na ito? Sometimes tinatanong ninyo, let's end with a prayer para maganda. Di ba? Ang ganda. Ganyan ang ending ng meeting. Now, I'll skip this kasi most of what I was saying can also be applied in virtual meetings. Kaya lang, iba lang ang virtual, mas mahirap, di ba? Kasi hindi ko nakikita. Pero ganun din. Turn on your videos, assigning roles, may secretary, meron tayong co-host, mga ganon. Nag-icebreaker tayo. You know, the things I'm using, it's also called an icebreaker na, but we could have more time. Naubos na lang akong oras. Okay, I'll skip all of these tips, but some of them I mentioned na kanina. Screw-ups, mga kapalpakan. This could be the final one. Ano ang mga palpak na pwedeng mangyari in a meeting? And some of you probably have experienced
Another
this.
unnecessary staff meeting. Why do you do this to us? It's just to torture us. I'm convinced. Giving us the same information over and over again. PBIS strategies, core values. Have you seen my third period? Nobody in there has core values. More like spoiled rotten to the core values.
The sooner you get seated, the sooner you get started. Start on time, end on time.
Yeah, right. Everybody has been sitting down for the past 10 minutes and we still didn't start on time. I am not cooking dinner tonight. I will pick up some pizzas on the way home. And tell your brother he better have the trash taken out before I get there. Let me begin to make eye contact and nod my head as if I'm really engaged in absorbing all this wonderful information. What? Did you guys know that? Of course we did. Uh-oh. Cue fake laughter in 3, 2, 1. Let me pretend to be taking notes, but in reality, I'm catching up on some grading. Yeah. Hey, what in the world is Mr. Matthews wearing today? It looks like he got dressed in the dark while wearing sunglasses. You're right. Now's the perfect time to sneak a little snack. Gotta be quick with this one. Oh. Oh, there it is. My pen. That's what I was looking for. With all this talk about data this and data that, it reminds me I need to increase my data plan. Candy Crush is loading kind of slow. Come on. Yes.
Okay, let me just end that. Those are the board teachers. Again, that's the result. If you're not prepared with your meeting, in facilitating a meeting, right?
Unnecessary staff
Okay,
meeting.
let's forward that. So long discussions, ayaw natin yan. discussions that go on and on, walang tigil. And remember, may mga teachers na nagdo-dominate ng meeting. Dapat nakokontrol natin yan, yung lagi nagsasalita. And alam nyo po, if you use the protocols, yung sinabi kong protocols, naka-time yan. You will have a timer who would say, okay, 3 minutes na yung salita. Everybody will just talk for 2 minutes. You will definitely end it. And you will give a chance for the others to speak. Okay? Ayaw natin yung tuloy-tuloy. And we don't want a meeting na parang hub and spoke. Yung parang Q&A portion na lang. I'm the facilitator. Nagtanong si teacher 1, sinagot ko. Nagtanong si teacher 2, sinagot ko. Nagtanong si teacher 3, sinagot ko. Lahat, everything. Like I am the source of information. Parang ako si Google. Sumasagot-sagot lang ako. That's not a good meeting. Being tight and controlling. Sometimes you are the facilitator. You were asked by the principal, you have to do this, and then actually you're controlling your group para at the end, kung ano yung gusto ni principal, yun ang mangyayari. No? They don't want that meetings. Mahahalata yan ng mga participants. What else? Unwilling to make a tough but needed confrontation. Okay, sometimes if you're a facilitator, you don't want conflict, you don't want oppositions, you want it to be smooth. But you know, sometimes it's needed. Listen to that teacher who always oppose kasi may tidbit of knowledge or wisdom din yan. Okay? So, as long as matapang kang harapin ng mga yon, di ba? Okay, next. I'm excited to the dominant few. Kilala nyo yan, di ba? May grupo ng teachers na sila ang salita ng salita. And then, of course, like I said, you cannot push your own agenda. Minsan, kunyari ka pa facilitator, pero ang gusto mo ay yung sarili mong agenda. Okay, time eaters. Nakakaubos ng oras ang, alin? Ang mga, especially if you don't have a planned agenda. Nakakaubos oras ang, minsan may snacks kayo. Ay, nagkainan na lang ang mga teachers, tuloy-tuloy, umiinom, tumatayo, nagba-bathroom. Yan ang mga time eaters. Sinabi mo, okay, we'll have a break for 2 minutes. 5 minutes ang ginawang break. Okay, so those are the time eaters. The emotionally triggered, may mga uma-attend ng meeting na may dala-dala sa dibdib nila. Okay, may mga baggages na dala. Okay, that would ruin your meeting. But remember, we all screw up. That happens. Pumapalpak po ang meeting, no matter how good you are. The most important thing is you learn from that meeting. You learn what are the causes of those meetings, and you will learn how to prevent them. Kaya mahalaga ang makapag-practice ng mag-facilitate. Ito na. Magpa-practice tayo mag-facilitate ng meeting. Okay? So ito po ang gagawin natin. Okay. These are team building examples, but we don't have time. I'm gonna skip that. Kasi kung type nyo lang sa Google, team building, icebreakers, makukuha nyo na yan lahat sa Google. Okay, practicum, practice tayo. Good for 30 minutes to, eksakto. 10:30 tapos tayo. See, nakita nyo? Ang dami kong slide kanina, pero I just focus on the important thing. I skipped a lot of them, and I just, went direct to the objectives. Kailangan magawa natin objectives natin. Sabi ko, kailangan may practical. Ito na yung practical. Okay, now, we could skip this kasi I have a, you could scan this. Paki-scan lang po sa, sa cellphone nyo. Those with a cellphone, paki-scan lang po. That's a Google Doc. Doon sa Google Doc na yon, andyan yung objectives natin, anong gagawin natin, para pag nasa breakout room, yun na lang sa cellphone ang titignan nyo, ha? Kung naka-on ang inyong cellphone. Pero yung iba cellphone ang ginagamit It's okay. Alright. Tapos, in those slides, merong group 1, group 2, group 3. Kung ikaw ay group 1, susulatan niyo yung slide number 1. Kung kayo ay group 2, susulatan niyo yung slide number 2. Pwede pong sulatan yan. If it doesn't work later, huwag niyong alalahanin yan. That's not essential. And, the most important thing is the experience of facilitating. Ito na. So, I will group you. Okay. I will group you in a Zoom room. 6 po sa isang group. 6 kayo. Halo-halo yan. Maybe hindi nyo kilala yung kasama nyo, pero okay lang yan. Tapos, sino ang facilitator? Yung last name ang pinaka malapit sa A. Ikaw magpa-facilitate. Kailangan mangyari to. Okay? And then, sino magre-record ng napag-usapan? Yung last name malapit sa Z. Okay? Please remember, para walang turuan. Kasi minsan, sino magpa-facilitate? Nagkahiyaan. Alright, ito naka-assign na. Ang timekeeper, yung pinakabata. Okay? Yung pinakabata. Just be honest. Ay, nakula, 21 lang po ako. Okay. O sige, ikaw mag-ano, time. Para matapos natin within 30 minutes. Okay? Okay. Ganito ang mangyayari. So, 3 minutes, quick introduction. Ay, ako po si Elmer. I am from Cebu. Like that. Quick introduction lang. 1 round. 3 minutes. Actually, pwede nyo gawing 2 minutes yan. 1 round, introduction. Second round, magsasuggest ka na ngayon. You will answer the questions. Pero take note po, walang mag-i-interrupt. Kung anong sinabi mo, that's it. Walang magsasabi, ay paano yon? Ay wala. Walang magtatanong. Isang round lahat magsasalita. Pwede niyong palakpakan, thank you, but no comment, no reaction, no follow-up question. Number 3, pag natapos na ang isang round ng 6, okay, diyan pwede na kayo magtanong. Ay, Miss Nancy, nabanggit mo kanina ito. Pwede ko pa tanungin ano ibig mo sabihin dito. Ayan, you can clarify, you can probe. Okay? Pero wag yung malalalim na question, yung para lang mas maintindihan mo yung sinabi niya. Okay, so nag-clarify na, nagkaintindihan na yung mga hindi nagkakaintindihan, and then at the fourth thing you will do is to summarize. Ano ba i-report natin as a group? Okay? Ano i-report natin as a group? And then at the end, okay, ito yung tatlo nating i-report na sagot natin. At the end, kung may time pa, mag-debrief tayo. Tanungin natin, okay ba si facilitator? Tama ba ginawa niya? Okay ba yung trabaho ni recorder? Okay ba yung timekeeper? Tayo as participants, did we do our job well? Okay, pag-usapan yung mga 8 minutes lang yan. Okay, ano ba yung katanungan? Ito ang katanungan. Ito. Your supervisor wants to hear suggestion from the staff. Kung sino yun? Yung principal siguro o yung superintendent niyo, okay, whoever that is. And gusto niya malaman, what are the 3 school innovations we can implement as we start school year 21-22? Anong bagong innovation ang gagawin natin? Okay? Gusto niya ng 3 matitinding suggestions. Okay? Now, assume nyo na pagbalik natin sa September, 100% nasa school na tayo. Okay? Wala nang blended learning, lahat nasa school. Ano yung 3 innovations na gagawin natin? Now, anong innovations? It could be about curriculum, it could be about management, it could be assessment, it could be about professional development. Kung gusto nyo, kahit saan, any topic na bago na i-implement natin. Kasi tinanong kayo sa group, eventually i-report nyo yung 3 nyong report. Please be creative, ha? Kasi later on, we will share that with others. Okay, any question po? So, if you scan this one, let me give you the document. Kasi andun yung mga tanong. Para pag nasa Zoom room na kayo kasi mamaya, hindi nyo na makikita yung tanong. Makikita nyo yung tanong dito sa document na ito. Ilalagay ko rin sa chat, ha? I'll put it in the chat. Copy. Pasensya na. If those writing in the chat, I don't have time to read them. Okay, so the link is here. Si Manok, nagtitilaok na. That means we need to start. Okay. Ayan. Andyan yung mga tanong, andyan yung mga guide, andyan yung timetable. Kung yung recorder, may computer, dyan yung itatype, ha? Yung sagot ninyo. Okay. So any question? Mag-group work na po tayo. 6 sa isang grupo, you will be brought to a breakout room. Okay? Huwag mahiya po. Para saan pa itong ginagawa natin kung wala tayong practice mag-facilitate? Okay. So let me do now the breakout room. So 6 in a group. Okay. All right, good luck. So I'll give you 30 minutes. Kailangan matapos lahat in 30 minutes. It's 10:01, 10:31, babalik tayo dito or earlier. I'll give you a warning. Okay, good luck. Please join po. Lalabas yung notification dyan. Join. Click nyo po yung join. Bawal maiwan sa main room. Pag naiwan kayo sa main room, I will give you questions.
Ika lang po sir, nahanap ko pa. Nasaan ba yun?
Wala pa ba? Wala pa? Merong lalabas dyan. Join the breakout room. Click yes or click join. I don't know. Minsan pag nasa cellphone, baka mahirap hanapin.
Oo nga sir, mobile phone lang kasi ginagamit ko.
If not, I will place you in one room na lang pag hindi mo mahanap.
Sige sir, paki-ano lang ako sa ibang room.
Sige, hanapin natin. Ha? Nancy, hanapin kita muna dito. Naku, marami pang nandito, hindi pa naka-move.
Sir.
Yung ibang teachers dyan, baka nakatulog na, gising na po. Matatapos na tayo, gising po. Teka, saan ba kita nilagay, Nancy? Hanapin ko yung name mo. Nako, hindi ko magalaw eh. I could assign you to a group unless you click on it. Hindi ko magagalaw. So people who are staying here, I'm not sure if you're still here. Baka nakatulog na po tayo. You have to click join the group. I repeat, you need to click join the group.
We're back, Ramil.
Hello po sa lahat.
Hello.
Good morning, Ron.
Hello.
Hello po. Good morning. Wala bang snacks?
Wow! Nakita ko na lahat ng videos. Thank you for
Hello,
turning it on.
everyone.
I could see
If
the
may snacks
smiling
na,
face.
it's
Ayan.
already 10:25. Snacks time.
Malapit na. Mag-snacks na tayo.
Nag-cramming kami.
Wala ba dyan, ano?
How are you?
Mukhang maganda
Good morning,
experience.
everyone.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Nakakatuwa po
biglang
kasi
bulag
apat lang kami.
All right. So
Hindi
let's
naman nila.
resume. So thank you for it's really an experience. You know, I don't expect you na perfecto, the being palpak. You messed up. That's fine. That's part of the experience. Okay. Now, was the objective accomplished? Yung ba? Tatitingnan natin. And I like that at the end, you had the debrief. And kung ako yung supervisor, I facilitated that big meeting. Kasi yung mga head teachers, gumawa ng maliliit na meeting. I will now look at the data. Okay? Let's screen share. Let me see this. All right. Some of you wrote your results. Some of you didn't have time to write it. It's okay. I just want to acknowledge those who did their work. Group 1. Ayan po. Basahin po natin and keep the link po. Baka makakuha tayong ideas na pwede nating dalhin sa classroom. Okay? So they talk about empowering, assessment. Palakpakan natin. Shout out to Group 1. Honey Beth, Vicky, Marie Chris, Juliet. If we only have more time, I will have to ask them to talk and explain it. Group 2, let's shout out to Christine, Charlotte, Florence, and Kathy. Okay? I know you had big ideas, pero mas maganda sana andun yung details, right? So it's okay. At least there was a productive discussion. Group 3, I don't know, maybe you have technical problems. That's fine. That's part of the experience. All right? Pero shout out to Group 3. Yes.
Can we speak?
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute.
I-report na lang po namin, sir, because hindi namin
Sige, ano yung 3 innovations?
Okay, so top 3 namin, yung professional development po. Dapat we have to do something about professional development, magkaroon ng seminars because the transition from the new normal to the face-to-face again is very important po. And number 2, preparation for physical arrangement of the school. There should be meetings done by the school principal, the internal stakeholders muna, school principal and the teachers, and they can list the necessary resources to be used in order for the school to have the necessary physical rearrangement po in preparation for the face-to-face before sourcing out from the external stakeholders po. And number 3 po, seminars on safety precautions in order for us to have a safe environment for both for the teachers, the principal, the school personnel, and of course the learners and the parents.
Okay, shout out.
Thank you
Nakahabol,
From
Okay.
Group
Okay. And then Group 4, shout out to Group 4. Basahin na lang po natin dahil gipit na tayo sa oras. Gadgets, I like that. Okay, internet, very nice. Group 5.
Group 5, basahin ko na lang, Ramil.
Sige, quick lang. Ano yung tatlo?
Okay. Grade 7 students daw, there should be special class for reading and comprehension kasi nahirapan, maraming bumagsak.
Yes.
Then, brigada sa pagbasa.
Oh.
There are volunteers daw sa every barangay activity. And the third one, very important, personality development, especially sa college. And also in all levels, including mental health. Kasi mga bata, naka-pandemic na ng 1 year and a half, ang mental health nila, tagilid na siguro ang iba. Personality development. Oh, yun, important.
Correct. We agree. Okay, shout out sa kanila, Group 5. Group 6. Group 7, assessment, reading, modular. Yes, they'll focus on that. Group 8. Group 10. Oh, there's no Group 9. Did I skip that? Innovation, safer school, social. Wow, ang ganda ng mga terms nila, right? So very innovative rin pati yung terms na gina. All right, anyway, our focus is not the result, it's just the process, okay? But feel free to go back to their suggestions and review them. At the end po ba na rating natin objectives natin? Okay, the facilitators, nag-usap kayo, did he or she did her job well, the recorder, the timer, everything? Did we follow the protocols? Yung SRI po na binigay ko sa inyo, it will follow protocols. Mas stricto pa dyan. Pag sinabing 2 minutes ka lang magsasalita, 2 minutes ka lang, ikakat ka na ng timekeeper. And that will organize the facilitation of a meeting. Actually, yung SRI, that alone is a professional development. That's a big seminar na po. Pero i-google nyo lang, makukuha nyo na. Okay, so that's it. And let me share. Stop share muna. Okay. So, guess what? Siniksik ko lahat para matapos natin ang eksaktong 10:30. That's part of facilitating. I need to sacrifice some points that I want to discuss, but I value your time. And I've seen that you worked hard and you really did the group work very well, and it seems to be productive depending on what happened on your group. Okay, so we will just go back later sa ating main group. Kailangan po tayo bumalik, ha? Wala mo nang aalis. Kailangan bumalik because the basis of your certificates, they're gonna look at the Zoom attendance. Okay? So, I appreciate your choosing the topic. Actually, first time ko lang po ginawa tong topic na to. And kinakabahan ako kanina pa. But I tried my best. Thank you very much. And
excellent. You did it excellent.
Yes, you did a wonderful job.
Ramil, I enjoyed. It was
Thank you. Hi, Carol. Yan, si Carol kasama.
Hello.
Carol?
Hoy, Tita
Salamat.
Penny. Tita Penny.
Carol, I miss
Okay,
Hi,
and
Tita
my only
Pen.
request
Miss
lang po,
you.
dahil naka-record to sa YouTube YouTube page ko, mag-subscribe, mag-like po kayo. Yan lang ho ang request ko. And I appreciate that. And keep in touch with me. You can email me kahit na sa YouTube. I usually respond as soon as I can. And kung may PDs ang AFTA, we always share it to you. Okay? Maraming salamat po. We'll go back to the main group na, ha?
Thank you po. Salamat po.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Salamat po.
Alam nyo pa yung link, ha? Yung original link. Go back to the original link.
Okay.
Salamat.
Much, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet everyone. Nice to meet to everyone.
Hi, Cathy. Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Junjun, Jordan. Salamat. Nancy, magaling na sa technology. Yeah. Christine, Florence, Natalie, Jordan. What's up, Jordan? Nancy, I like your headphone, Jordan, huh? And then Marie Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat. Christine.
Wonderful,
Thank you, sir.
Ramil.
Salamat po. Ate Melissa, thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you, Ma'am Carol, for the
Thank you,
good
Isabel.
feedback.
You can show your videos. Pag-goodbye tayo. Babalik na
Thank
tayo.
you. Thank you, sir.
With so many errors. Spelling.
Salamat po. Tapos yung evaluation, let's just do it on the original Zoom room. May evaluation po doon.
Can we go back to our original? We have to leave this room.
Oo, babalik tayo doon sa original Zoom.
Sir, pahingi ng sa FB.
To hire personnel. So imagine if you do not have that and you want to look for somebody that is difficult.
Ano yun? Sorry. Ano lang?
So that's why as educational.
Go back.
Paano kung babalik dun sa Zoom dati?
Yan, teka, hanapin ko yung link, ha, para ipasok ulit. Baka wala. Hanapin ko.
Ramil, technically challenge ako. Ramil, paano ba yun?
I hear you.
Nagsasalita.
Teka, hanapin.
Ramil?
Okay, hindi pa sila tapos.
Hindi
Huwag
pa
kayo
tapos
mag-alala.
yan, yan sa kabila.
Okay.
Kaya
Nasa kabilang yun.
bumalik lang kayo sa Zoom, tapos magkape-kape lang kayo. Sandali, ha?
So so ita-type in ulit yung yung
Oo.
yung kaninang anong tawag doon, yung
Yes.
numbers, yung access numbers.
Lalabas kayo sa group ko so that
Okay.
you could
Ba talaga
Nasaan na ba
yung
yung
Zoom
link?
link doon?
Ilalagay doon sa kuan, sa chat room. Opo.
Oo,
Balik sa
ipang-Zoom link mo.
original.
Kaloka,
Ito,
lahat
nahanap ko
nagtatanong.
na.
Paano pagbalik?
Nahanap ko na. Okay.
Yung dating link, babalikan mo.
Nakakatawa. Ano ba yun?
Number one, very important.
Loka. Tatawanan na lahat. Di kami
Galing kasi natin sa
marunong.
technology.
Ito, back
Mhm.
to the origin.
Saan mo makikita yan, Ram?
Ito, ilalagay ko sa
Hindi
link.
pa sila
Sa chat.
tapos.
Hindi pa
Nasa
sila
ano
tapos.
na eh.
Pero pagbalik nyo doon, gawin nyo muna yung evaluation habang naghihintay.
Okay po, sir.
I-copy nyo muna yan, i-copy nyo, i-paste nyo sa ibang, sa isang document,
Copy
tapos
paste.
umalis na kayo sa Zoom na ito. Hindi ko kayo pinaalis, pero yun po ang gagawin nyo.
Okay.
Okay po.
I'll see you there. I'll go to the main page also. Ayan na ha, kopyahin nyo, copy and paste it in a document para hindi mawala. Pag umalis ako, wala na yung link na yan.
Right? So there's
Ay, time.
English. However, if you're looking at the present, in our national,
Ano? Gosh.
if you're saying may isang bata kumain, let's say bread. If I will change subject to 5, there's no change in the verb. Do you agree with that, Sir Nix? Do I make sense? In our national language, in Filipino, in the present tense, if you're saying the subject is singular, there's no change in the verb, even if the subject becomes plural. Give me an example, Sir Nix.
Melissa, lilipat tayo doon sa main group.